Welcome to Sage Circle. I'm Amythyst. We are doing a karmic cycle pick-a-pile today. This reading is particularly for people who know without a reasonable doubt that you are in a karmic relationship where it's very, very difficult. There's a lot of heartache. There's always a lot of pain. There's a lot of tumultuous lessons. There's a lot of drama and things going on for you. You have to actually be in a karmic relationship with someone or people to be able to grasp what's going to come through in this reading. I actually just did a private reading with a woman today, and I have opted to do this reading particularly because of what she's got going on in her life at the moment. She's in a karmic relationship and it's been quite painful for her. And I did actually ask her if she was happy for me to do a karmic relationship pick-a-pile today. So she could get some extra or different information through the channeled message as opposed to her private reading, and she was happy for that. I won't mention any names. So as you guys know, I do not use WhatsApp. If anybody's mimicking me on my channel, please report. You know the drill. Shout out to all my subscribers, all my donators, everybody. Thank you very much. Much love. I have pre-shuffled all the decks and have already got some piles set up, as you can see. The main difference between this pick-a-pile is this pile here, the scholar card, first pile, is about romantic relationships that are surrounding karmic contracts, okay? And the other pile, the second pile, the waiting card, is about every other relationship in your life that isn't romantic. So it could be family members, friendships, work, colleagues, things like that, okay? That's the difference. So the first pile again is for people that have been in or are coming out of or still healing from a karmic relationship. Again, there's a lot of pain, a lot of heartache. It's been very tumultuous. You've learned a lot of lessons about yourself and other things in your life. It's been very difficult for you and very painful. And the other pile is exactly the same, but it's got nothing to do with romance, okay? And if you truly are not in that situation now in your life, but you're healing from that or you've been in that, it's okay to watch this, but this won't resonate with everybody, this reading, because it's only for karmic energy. So let's get started. I'm just shuffling one of these other decks here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to move pile 2, the platonic karmic pile, and leave this here. There's 2 cards behind the scholar card, and I will read them last. And we're going to do these ones first, and then I'm going to pull out some other cards as we go. I do have one of my channeled oracle decks here that I've made. It is all just songs that I do not hold any rights or claim any rights to, but I am mentioning the names of the songs and the artists today. Okay. Please, Spirit, come in. Can we please have some angelic assistance and my guides? Whoa. Okay, let's do this. So, first card, we've got Girl with a Snake. Empath and narcissistic paradigm being charmed or used enable, wow, boundaries. Whoa, that just gave me chills. Okay, remember this is for people that are in a karmic relationship, this pile of a romantic nature, or you've come out of that, or you're still healing from one. The next card says cassette, outdated thinking, conditioning, replaying events and over in your head. Replaying events over in your head. Oh, right. Let me just do one more. There's only 3 of these. Healing heart, healing from heartbreak, freedom from toxic relationships or addiction. Just give me a minute. Wow, could that be any more? Like, reading's done. Okay, give me a sec. Let me channel. Wow. Whew. Okay, there's a massive being that has come into this space here. It's somebody's spirit guide that has picked this pile. They are male. They do live in a deserted area. They do spend time up in the constellations with Archangel Metatron and the likes. They aren't angelic themselves, but they can mingle and morph and resonate on that energy with the angelic realm though. They are beautiful. He's huge. He's almost like a big, beautiful genie, okay? And he's come forward, and what he's saying is that he has been holding your hand, or holding you in his hand basically the whole way through what you've gone through that karmic relationship, romantic relationship. He's actually saying that you need to do some release in yourself now. We're not talking cord cutting, we're talking releasing. There's different. You need to pinpoint those areas in your body that are sore and achy and say, I release you. Thank you for the energy, but I don't no longer need it, and ask Spirit to transmute it and put it back out into the universe in forms of love. This particular guide is saying that you need to have nothing on your feet for as long as you can. At the moment you get into your car, if you're comfortable driving with no shoes, for example, please remove your shoes. Please walk on the earth as much as you can at the moment. Please wear no shoes inside if you're the type of person that wears something on your feet inside the house, even slippers or what have you. Have a break from that. I'm getting told that you need to soak your feet as well. You don't have to have a full-blown bath, but this particular spirit guide is saying add salt to the water, add things to the water that you know have healing properties, some magnesium and some other things, and draw out energy through the base of your feet. You might have sore feet now, or you might get sore feet over the next few days, and this is why you need to have a release from those particular chakras down there, okay? Spirit is saying that whoever is still in contact with the person they're in or have had a karmic relationship, romantic relationship with, there's still lies going on around you that you're unaware of at the moment. Yeah, Spirit's saying that you need to be very cautious about your steps that you take verbally, even with this next journey to do with that particular relationship, even if it's fully over, but you have children together and you have some contact with because of the children and things like that. Spirit's saying just be very mindful what you speak about, what you say, how you respond and how you react to this person, because you don't want to have a spiritual flare-up where some new wounds or old wounds that have healed and are healing get ripped open again. And I just mentioned this in my private reading today as well, that their wounds that they've worked on and have done healing on have been sort of poked and prodded and pulled open recently by a specific person in their life, and that's why they're feeling the pain that they do. Okay, Spirit is actually saying that there is that narcissistic personality going on in amongst the romantic person in your life, or the person that you had that romantic relationship with. Spirit's saying that and you need to actually make sure that you have firm boundaries even in yourself, and stop overthinking and over churning things through your head all the time. This is what's going on here. You're holding yourself in the past. You might be in a new relationship now but still get triggered by things that go on around you in your everyday life, and Spirit's saying you really need to let your guard down and stop overthinking and being worried about the what ifs, because you're entitled to have that level of growth. Okay, the next card we've got is Room, and we've got Doctor. Wow, cool. Okay, so what Spirit's saying is with the Room card, the chair is empty, but the curtains are open, the sun is outside, so basically you're in the light, you're surrounded by light. Spirit's lighting the path up for you. There's also a lamp on the table, whether that's on or not, it's up to your own discretion, and there's some sort of an angel or like a battle person in the background, a statue. And what Spirit's saying is that there is room to move around in your thoughts and feelings at this time, but don't let it bring you back down to those dark spaces. Spirit's saying if you need to take time to have a reflection, you need some time out, you just want to sit in a chair literally, which is what's going on here, read a book, have some quiet time to yourself, you've got that room. They're going to make that space available for you. Even if you just feel in your head space, you're not quite clear and you're trying to shift energy off from what you've been through in your life, because you know now you're ready for growth. Spirit's saying they're giving you the room and the space. I can't believe I'm just yawning. Who's yawning? Usually when people yawn in the middle of a sentence or something, it's an expel of excess energy. You've got excess energy trying to shift out your body. So I'm not surprised I've just yawned, because I did say this other guide that had come in said that there's energy and stuff that needs to be removed from the body down through the feet. So I'm not surprised I've yawned, okay? If you've got a bit of a sore chest, or you've got a bit of a pain going across your chest plate, Spirit is also saying that you need to do some solar plexus and heart and throat chakra work at the moment, but start with the solar plexus. And then the Doctor, and this woman is sitting in the chair now. It's a different chair, but the curtain's still open and things like that. There's another picture on the wall, there's a picture on this wall. So what Spirit is saying is that you could be your own doctor, or you might want to go and see somebody. So you might go and see a herbalist, you might get some CBD oil, you might deal with a nutritionist at the moment, you might go get some acupuncture, have some NLP done, who knows, but you might need to go and actually get some outside help to help you shift the vibration and energy from the heartache and pain you've been through. The next card I've got here is my own deck, the Whimsical Bitch Oracle, and it says crown made of fucks not given. And okay, this particular card speaks for itself. Put your crown on, straighten your crown up, and don't let past energy bring you down anymore. Stand in your power. This one says, whatever, punk. So basically now you might be preparing, or you're at that point, or you've been into that position where you've gone, you know what, I don't really give a shit about you trying to manipulate or control me anymore. You need to just back away from my life. And we've got color me this. So basically what that means is, for this particular pile, is you can't throw any shade on me because I'm so lit up, I'm so vibrant, I'm so illuminated by the light. There's nothing you can throw on me to make me shady. You're just adding more color to my density. You're just adding more color energy to my vibration. So basically, Spirit is letting you know that they can't bring you down, or the past energy or pain or what you've been through that you're trying to release and shift at this time can't bring you down unless you allow it to bring you down. And this one says, I must emit, my shone is shiny. So I'm not actually surprised these two cards have come out. That's very, very interesting. I must emit light. Bulbs emit light, for example. Without a light bulb in a room, it's dark, right? Whatever. Candles emit light, for example. I must emit, my shone is shiny. Again, you are shining bright. I did mention earlier about the curtain being open, that Spirit's saying you're in the light at the moment. They're holding you in the light. This is all tying in. So you might really feel that other people around you, or things around you to do with that person that you've had been dealing with or still healing from. Spirit's saying that you might see all the color drain from them at the moment and see the picture for what it is in a grey scale. We've got chip a nail or chip away. So sometimes we have to, literally we accidentally chip a nail because we're working so hard on what we're doing. It's like, oh shit, I've busted a nail. This is just metaphorically. But at the same time, it's like, but you've chipped away at what you were working on from your hard work to deal with your personal growth and removing toxicity from your life and not having those same patterns in your life. This is Spirit's way of saying you're on the right path. Yeah, you've chipped a nail, but you've chipped away at a big block of dead energy within your system. And we've got Klingons get gone, and that speaks for itself. Anybody that has association with that heartache and pain that you don't really think that you should have in your life, but you choose to have them in your life because it's their uncle, the other person's uncle or sister or sibling or cousin or best friend or best friend's girlfriend and things like that. If you really feel in yourself that they're just hanging around for no other reason but dead energy, again, Klingons get gone. It's time to remove them from your space. Okay, so let's see what else we got here. What have we got here, Spirit? Archangel Michael, hello. Archangel Michael's come in. Oh shit, make no judgments. Wow. I'm getting told to channel straight off that card. Okay, so this speaks for itself. Make no judgments. Archangel Michael, hi. He's actually saying that don't worry about stop putting in your mind, in your head over and over. Don't worry about what they've said and done in the past. Don't worry about what they said in 2017 or in August this year and things like that. Don't stress about those things. Make no judgment on that. Work on yourself, work on the release, work on getting that energy removed from your system, because it's not about you. That they're the way they are, whether you're in their life or not. You wouldn't be the only person that has gone through or will go through that level of pain and heartache and shit that you've been through with that narcissistic romantic relationship. Okay, make no judgments. Don't worry about what they're up to. Just worry about healing from that. Okay, and it says take the lead, and that speaks for itself. So take the lead, step into your own power, or you might already be stepped into your own power and you're like, wow, now what do I do? Like, what's on the other side of this pain that I've stepped through, or what's on the other side of this healing cycle? And Spirit's saying, well, that's up for you now to decide. You've got to become a clear channel. So make sure, again, what you put out there or what you speak or what you say in association with that person or around people that associate with that ex or that partner that you're still with now, for example, become a clear channel. Be very mindful what you say and how you react at this time. And I did say that just a few minutes ago. So can I just have 2 more of these, please, Spirit? We've got engage higher reason. Again, Spirit has your back. This is a karmic relationship. There is a reason why those people come into our life. That's why they're karmics. They're not soulmates. Karmic relationships are not soulmates. That's my personal belief. Whether the next reader says different, I don't really care. This is my personal belief. A karmic is not a soulmate. A karmic is a soul that has been brought into your life, or you've been brought into theirs, where you trigger each other to bring things to the surface, to work on those things and to push through barriers and pain and tie off loose ends from other lives. I mean, the list could go on. There's a whole heap of stuff that goes on. It doesn't mean that they never loved you. It doesn't mean that you never had love for them. What it means is that level of toxicity, you had predetermined that that's what you were selecting to have in your life so you could learn specific lessons at this time, okay? And we've got live life to the fullest. So Spirit's saying to you, get out there now. excuse me, if you're in a new relationship, or you're about to start dating, or you've actually been in a committed relationship with a completely different person for a good period of time, but some other things are cropping up for you at the moment, Spirit's saying just live your life to the fullest, remain in the light, remain in that level of positivity, because you deserve it, okay? And stop procrastinating. That is very loud and clear. It's like a big sign that flashed behind me. Procrastination. Can I just have one or two of these? Thank you. One's flicked out. Go for your dreams. Yeah, whatever it is that you dream for, whether it's peace or, you know, a harmonious relationship with that person. Like I said, if you've got children involved and things like that, Spirit's saying go for it. That doesn't mean that the other party or the other people involved will ever be on the same page, but it doesn't mean that you can't be on your own page, and it's your page, you know what I'm saying? You draw or do whatever you need to do. So can I have two of these, two of those, and then two of those? First one, we've got a widower. Yeah, so this might be, you might have lost somebody in your life. That speaks for itself. I mean, there could have been a death or what have you, but what Spirit's saying is that karmic relationship with you is dead to you now. It's fucking done and dusted. If you're still in that relationship with that toxic narcissistic personality, or whatever you want to call it, not everyone's a narcissist, Spirit is saying it is dead to you. It's nearly over, okay? You might be going through that mourning phase and you're still in a relationship with somebody. And we've got soldier. So you can battle on, okay? Spirit's got your back. You're well equipped mentally, emotionally, spiritually, psychically, energetically, to get through what you need to do and be of service. Be of service to yourself at this time and those in your immediate life that need the help. It could be children, it could be other family members that have been through the same sort of heartache and are a part of that journey that you went through. Can I just have two of these? We've got talking. Interested, conversing more, awaiting message arrives, and text, call, email, hoovering. Okay, so hoovering is quite toxic as well. So somebody might be reaching out to you, an ex might be reaching out to you, they might be contacting you, they might be you know, sending you messages or trying to video call you or things like that, or emailing you or whatever it is, just to get your attention. And then once they've sucked you back in with the hoover, with the kindness, with the niceness, the cycle of violence, domestic violence, emotional violence, spiritual violence, whatever you want to look at it, will start again. So just be very, very careful. And I did say earlier, this is the third time, be careful how you respond and react to those people in your life at this time. And we've got clock, need time, takes time, in time, cycles, time to heal, and progress. So everything is about time. Sure, time doesn't really exist, but in your world, it bloody does. In my world, it does. You can't just heal in an instant. It might take you 6 months to get over something that take the next person 1 month. Who cares, all right? But you do just need to keep moving forward and progressing, okay? Can I please have 2 songs out of this channel deck I've made with songs on it? Oh, 2 have flicked out. No Tears Left to Cry. Wow, that's by Ariana Grande. So I recommend you could look up that song. And we've got Definition by Bad Mass. That's a bloody cool song. So basically, the channeled message, which is different to the meaning of the song for this card, is, again, the widower card come up. There's no tears left to cry. You don't need to be feeling like shit anymore at the expense of somebody else. Their day will come. They've got a few karmic lessons coming up in a roundabout way now, because even though they were karmics and they were both... you were both in each other's lives to learn lessons and to crack open hard shells and things like that. People go too far sometimes. We still are human. And the individual human that chooses to be cruel and cold and nasty and controlling and manipulative and things like that for no reason, that's got nothing to do with a karmic lesson. You know, that's not a karmic thing. That's a choice. And then we've got Definition by Bad Mass. So what's the definition? What's the definition of life to you? What's the definition of pain? What's the definition of joy? Stand in your own power and come from that space of definition, okay? And your last 2 cards are, my kindness is a gift I bestow upon the world. Yeah, keep moving forward. Keep moving up in the world. Keep working on yourself. Remain in the light. And we've got, instead of taking on the fear of others, I reflect love. Wow. That's so nice for the last card. That's beautiful. Again, instead of taking on the fear of others, I reflect love. Now, this is a fear of yourself as well. Archangel Michael's here. He's telling me pull 2 of my whimsical bitch oracle. Okay, 1. On the rise with thick thighs. Yo. Archangel Michael. Whoop, whoop, whoop. That's way too many. Oh, and then we've got cry, then die. Wow. And the other card said no tears left to cry. So basically what this card means is, Go get your hair done, go get your nails done, go buy a handbag, go do something fancy for yourself, go get a new pair of jeans, go do something that you wanted to do, buy that dress you've seen online, whatever, whatever, whatever. Cry, then die. Typically, you know, as a woman myself, you know, you go through heartache and pain sometimes and you think, you know what, I'm going to cut my hair, I'm going to grow my hair, I'm going to dye my hair, I'm going to have a side shave, whatever. This is what that card's saying. Get back on the horse, right? Do something to restructure, recenter, and then move forward. So yeah, I wouldn't worry about this other person. The overall message for this particular pile is keep moving forward, remain in the light, stand in your power, and do not worry about what the other party or ex or what have you is trying to ascertain or trying to push you around with it, right? Pile 2, let's do this. The card is waiting. Now, this particular pile, as I said, has nothing to do with romance in any way, shape or form. It is the karmic toxic relationships or the karmic debt that we have with family members, co-workers, other people in our lives, friendships and things like that, okay? I'll get to these. These are the 2 last cards up here. So, pre-shuffled. Let's go. What do we got here? Spirit. Archangel Michael's in the room. The Sword and Rose. Clarity, truth, revelations, solidarity, force, honor, protection, and power. Wow. Wow. That's heavy. I've got pain right in my chest. Ascending, transcending obstacles, learning, expansion, new phase, preparing for union. Wow. Hang on a minute. There's one more of those in my hand, but I'm just going to channel off these 2 to start off. Okay, what's going on here? Yes, okay. All right, thank you, Spirit. Archangel Michael is saying that this particular pile is for the black sheep, for the scapegoats, for those that have been looked upon in ways that aren't really them. You could have a toxic mother, your whole family could be toxic, has put you down. You might have still had a good background, come from good and decent things in your life, but you don't have to. I mean, that's the thing with this level of toxicity in people's lives, that it's not prejudice. It will just come at you from any angle. There are karmic lessons here. For those of you that are associating this particular pile with a family in general or certain family members, Spirit is saying that you have cut through the bullshit. You're still kind and caring in yourself. You're still that rose, you're still in bloom, but you're cutting through the bullshit now. You've had some clarity. You really understand that auntie, whoever her name is actually fucking toxic. She's not just moody or grumpy or a bitch or what have you. She's a bad egg, okay? And this is what's going on here. We've got force, honor, solidarity. So basically what that means is that you have chosen to pull away from that path. You've chosen to walk away from those people, or you're about to, because you know how toxic it is and it's going to put you in that place of being solitary. But you are protected by Spirit. There's protection on here and you are standing in your power, all right? And this card here, wow, that's just really heavy and really heavy. And ascending. So transcending obstacles, learning, expansion, new phases, preparing for union. So what Spirit's saying is that you're preparing for union in yourself, to yourself. You're coming back to yourself. You've taken flight, flying off with wishes. Your wishes and your prayers have been heard. Spirit saying Archangel Michael is very serious, standing behind me in a very serious manner right now, and he wants you guys to know that you have got a few more small hurdles to get over or to surpass before you will really feel like you've lifted off. You've had some sort of takeoff in your life and you've broken free properly, okay? For those of you that aren't associating this particular pile with family, there are still karmic relationships in the workforce and in amongst friendships, and Spirit's saying walk away from those people. If you can't walk away from your job, obviously billions of people can't just walk away from their job. There are ways you can help yourself with that. You can, if you don't do magic, if you're not into witchcraft and things, but you don't mind people doing and helping you with magic, seek out somebody that you love and trust that does that type of thing, or get a professional to help you do some magic to eliminate the drama or to sort of settle down the heartache and the pain in your own work environment and the bullying and things that go on like that. If it's in amongst a friendship circle, if you try and talk to people at this time, Archangel Michael's saying that it might just flare up and make it worse for you, but there are friendships that you need to walk away from without explanation. I'm getting a big no with an exclamation going, you don't owe people an answer because they know how they've been, okay? And we've got coffin. Endings bring new beginnings, growth, change, liberation, and transition. Wow. Wow, that is so beautiful. Thank you. That's beautiful. I actually really, it's like the death card. I love it. I love it. I really, really appreciate the fact that this is a new beginning going on here from you, because you've stood in your power. You've still come from that beautiful rose-like self that you are, but you've taken no shit. You've cut away debris with the sword. It doesn't matter what your gender is, okay? And we've got conversation. Yeah. And I just said, Archangel Michael said, if you really feel like you need to try and have a conversation with some friends in your life at the moment, or a particular person that's always negative or always, says snide remarks like, oh, you look a bit big in those jeans, that's, but you look nice overall, or just whatever the bullshit that goes on in your life, those karmic situations, the conversation mightn't go in your favor, but you might have other support. You might be able to go get a reading with somebody. You might be able to talk to a complete stranger that you don't know well enough, but that you can say some things and it's safe. Like whatever your situation is, conversation has come up. But Archangel Michael has said, be careful trying to have a conversation with the toxic people in your life. And we've got cheerfulness, and that comes with that coffin and that new beginnings card. Spirit's saying that you've got, this is your Three of Cups, and that doesn't mean third party bullshit or anything, and it's not a romance reading anyway. What it means is that you have people on your side. Spirit's got your back. There is a victory coming. Again, there's a few more emotional hurdles and things that you need to push past, but then you'll be able to sit back and reflect and go, wow, look how high I have flown, look how far I have come, look at all the work that I've done. Copyist Karma. This is my own deck. Strictly Business. And Blessed is the Broken Bridge. I've got another one in my hand. Copyist Karma. There's some jealousy in your life. I think the reason why your co-workers or your friendships or your toxic family members and things are the way they are is because even though we're in each other's lives as karmic sometime, and it's not just a one-way karmic journey, it's always a mirror reflection when it comes to a karmic journey. Just because you don't do or treat people the way that you have been treated, like certain family members, for example, it doesn't mean that you don't trigger them just by your presence, if that makes sense. It's always a mirror reflection. It's not on the same wavelength, but there's always a bounce back. The pendulum will go back to that, okay? And I think there's some jealousy here. And I said in the other pile that just because somebody is a narcissist or violent or abusive with alcoholism, or there's addiction with gambling and sex and things like that, whatever your situation, it doesn't mean that had to do with your karmic journey. That's just because they're human. We're human, and humans can be horrible, vulgar, okay? And there's people in your life that are jealous of you, and it could just be because your hair looks nice all the time, or you got healthy skin, or you look nice in a pair of bloody shoes or dress or boots, or that you've got good, you've worked hard, you've got good credentials behind you in your field of study and things like that. So there is a bit of jealousy here, and people have tried to mimic and copy you in your growth and in your sovereignty, and that's why there's been toxicity as well. And it's strictly business. So what Spirit's saying is, now you've cut through the bullshit, you're ready to step back, you don't mind if there's a bit of loneliness that goes on, as long as you get some peace of fucking mind, and it's strictly business. It's got nothing to do with uncle, whoever it is, your sister, your mum, your boss, your co-worker, your friend that you've had since you're 12 who you know is a spiteful bitch, but hey, we've been mates forever. All of that stuff, this is strictly business. This comes down to your soul path and your personal growth. It's a karmic relationship or karmic relationships, and Spirit's saying it is strictly business. What you need to do is cut cords, okay? And we've got hashtag goal slut. Love it, love it, love it, love it. Again, this is my own deck, the Whimsical Bitch Oracle. So this is what Spirit's saying. Don't give up. Don't think that you can't walk that path that you need to walk along now. Stand up for yourself and keep doing what you need to do. Hold your head high. You've just got a few little bumps in the road to get over, to get through, to get past, and then you will be smooth sailing more than what you've ever experienced. That doesn't mean that those toxic family members or co-workers or friendships in your life will cease completely. I mean, sometimes if we don't fully grasp the lessons and things, they'll come back in different ways through different souls and stuff, okay? But what it will mean is that you'll have that mental and emotional clarity to go, yeah, wicked, I'm on the right space now. And it says be of service. This means to yourself, okay? Be of service to yourself. Nurture yourself. It's strictly business. It's got nothing to do with anybody else, and accept what is dying. And again, that comes down to those relationships and those friendships. If this is about work for you and you're really not sure what you need to do and you want to change industry and stuff, Spirit's saying start looking around. Put your messages out to Spirit. Put your prayers out. Your prayers are being heard. Archangel Michael's nodding his head. He's saying, yes, people's prayers are being heard. You'll get your needs met. But in the spirit realm, there's no such thing as a time frame. So it mightn't be in the exact time that you need it. But what you might need to do is give a time frame. Be very specific with your manifestations, okay? And we've got ask with sincerity. Yeah, and that's with your prayers, letting spirit know what you need at this time and to tune out distractions, okay? And that could be by way of people bullshitting, lies, gossip, bickering, maybe have a little break off social media, you know, don't get so involved in other people's bullshit. Or if that one friend that likes to ring you just to give you gossip about somebody else, don't answer the fucking call. Look, it says say no. And we've got choose friends wisely. Far out. Could that be any more crystal clear? Okay, so what else am I going to pull out here? I want a couple of these, please, Spirit. Keep going through these same little decks. This is quite intense. This is really actually quite a heavy reading. We've got despair. Yeah. And we've got servant. Yeah. Okay. And again, the other card over here says be of service. And again, that is to yourself. Serve yourself. Do what you need to do. Okay. If you need to have a break, have a break. If you want to, you know, walk away from people, walk away from people. If you want to cancel a commitment, regardless of how big it is and how important it is for the other person, cancel that commitment. Be of service to yourself, and that don't be in that space of despair. Don't feel so lost and you don't know which way to turn, or don't even question why people are the way they are at this time, you know. If you've learnt your karmic lessons, you've learnt your karmic lessons. There's nothing you can do. Sorry, I'm just picking up some cards that dropped on the ground. There's nothing you can do if other people choose not to stand in their authentic power and just like resonating at that toxic energy. And we've got joyfulness. Yeah, be of service to yourself and you'll have some joy come in. Choose friends wisely. Spirit's saying you walk away from some friendships and other ones are going to appear for you because they've got some people to place on your path, but you do need to clear out your friends list or what have you first. And we've got prison, and this is that despair card. Don't be in that mental and emotional prison in yourself. You are not bound by any means. You don't need to feel so broken anymore. I know it's hard when you go through a lot of toxicity even from childhood and things like that, and sort of not understanding till you're older that's what it was and stuff. Spirit's saying you're free now. You're free. And let me shuffle this. And it's time to just really stand in your own authentic power and be of service to yourself, okay? Make sure your needs are met emotionally. Look, money. All right, so that could be a concern for you. This could be what is going on for you. It could be to do with a work situation and you need to be there because of the money, but every day you go to work, you're having chronic anxiety or you just don't want to be around certain people and stuff. Spirit's saying, ask them to help you. Step out of the space you're in if you want to move to a new job and stuff. As I said earlier, now's the time. That's just a confirmation. If it's not about work, but it's about money in general with family and things like that, or friendships, you really need to work on that. But the money card has come up. We've got hand of cards. Take a chance, risk, being strategic, options, not showing hand, and gambling. Wow. Take a risk. Ace of clubs, ace of spades, right? I love the ace of spades. I actually have the queen of spades tattooed on my arm because I call a spade, all right? I'm very what's the word? I'm very forward in my approach with things. And it says date, meeting somebody new, dating, getting back out there, plan or set a date. Now, this pile has absolutely nothing to do with romance in any way, shape or form, but Spirit did say you've got some new friendships coming in, and that could be what that card's about. So, again, it's nobody's business. It's your business. It's strictly business, not showing your hand, okay? Taking that risk, taking that leap, taking that jump, and raising up higher to where you need to be. We've got the golden mirror, self-absorbed, narcissist, one-sided relationship, and love bombing. Wow. I did mention narcissist earlier. Self-absorbed, narcissist, one-sided relationship, and love bombing. This could be with family, and this is definitely to do with friendships. You know, we've all had that one friend, you know what I'm saying? And we've got healthy choices, making healthy choices in love and in life, self-love, self-care, and being happier. That is so beautiful. This is what you need to do. Be of service to yourself, okay? Do what you need to do for you and for you only. That's not being selfish. That's just literally some self-love, all right? Just some self-love. It's got fuck the haters. This is my own deck, the Whimsical Bitch Oracle. Fuck the haters, okay? Regardless of who they are, they can get fucked. Queen bitch, yeah, stand in your power. You are the queen of your own life. Return to sender. Yes. You need to maybe have some magic done. I did say earlier, I mentioned witchcraft and stuff. You might need to do some magic yourself if you're a practitioner, or a witch or what have you. And you might need to get somebody to help you to return to sender, all that energy. You don't have to inflict any harm to anybody or anything, but you do need to return that energy that you no longer need. Karate slap. There's more than one meaning for this card. In this particular reading, this is basically a wake-up call. chop, karate chop. You know, this is what Spirit's saying. This is your karate slap. You know, going to slap you back into position. You need to now let go of things that don't work for you. And second chance is a gateway drug. Okay, and that's about friendships and stuff, as I was saying earlier. It's really important to step away from those people that are causing you heartache in your life. Don't give somebody a second chance, okay? I'm going to pull out a couple of songs. Again, I don't have any rights or associated to the rights to do with these songs, but I'm just using them as channel messages. We've got Press by Cardi B. If you don't know that song, I recommend you listen to it, even read the words to it, look up the lyrics. Press, 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 press. Cardi don't need no press. Okay, basically what she's saying is she's got enough shit going on in her life without having to remain in the spotlight 24/7. Just get off my fucking back, basically, and let me live my life. Just because I'm rich or I'm famous or I'm got cool hair, I'm good at what I do, it doesn't mean that I have to be under the spotlight 24/7. I need a break, and that's basically what's going on. So can I have one more of these, please? We've got Stray from the Path. I knew this card was going to come out, by Wolf Down. It's a bit of a heavy metal song. Basically, this song is about not conforming to everybody else, being the black sheep, being the scapegoat, not doing what is expected of you because it's expected of you by certain people that you don't owe any expectation to, regardless of being a mother or a father or a sibling or whoever, a colleague, a co-worker. It doesn't really matter. You're allowed to have your own opinion. If you want to stray from the path and walk a different path on your spiritual growth and your emotional growth and things like that, just because you're not doing it the way that somebody else wants you to, it doesn't mean it's the wrong way, okay? It's okay to stray from the path. We're not out to hurt people here, but it's strictly business, okay? One more, Back to Life, by Soul to Soul. Look that song up. It's a beautiful song. This is what Spirit's saying. It's now time to keep living your life, to step back into your power, to keep living in your authentic self, regardless of there being toxicity and heartache in your life, okay? And your last two cards for the overall reading is my genuine desire to serve clears the path for me to step into my purpose. Stray from the path, right? And we've got I breathe calmly and easily. I am safe in this moment. Yeah, it's probably scary to put people in their place or to cut cords or to sever. Again, my genuine desire to serve clears the path for me to step into my purpose. Wow, straight from the path. And again, final card, I breathe calmly and easily. I am safe in this moment. Again, karmic relationships are in our life to help us ascend. Okay, not to descend. They are there to help us ascend. As humans, we feel those lessons sometimes physically. We feel exhausted. There could be a bit of depression. There could be sorrow, sadness, pain, physical pain, heartache, all the shit that goes with it, mental and emotional pain, etc. But technically, seriously, karmic relationships are in our life to help us ascend higher on our spiritual journey and our closeness to consciousness, as close as we can get right up to the end of this particular life cycle. All right, so take it as a blessing. Peace out, much love. I'll be back for the new moon reading. I'm looking forward to this one. Take care. Love, Amethyst.